Hello everybody. So as I promised someone I was going to make fried cheese today, that's what I'm doing. So I've been doing a little bit mise en place. So let me get this turned around. For those of you who don't have the foggiest idea what I mean, it's French for getting ready. I have my cheese cut into roughly even pieces. Just some flour, which I think I'm going to put some salt into. Some beaten up eggs, that's about 3 of them. You'll notice there's an extra egg there just in case I need it. And some panko breadcrumbs because I'm Japanese and I like panko better than regular breadcrumbs that I've tossed some herbs into. Really, you can throw just about anything into this. And over here, I have my beautiful black cast iron, nice, deep, heavy pan. You don't have to use cast iron, but I like it because it holds the heat really well. I don't have to turn it up very far, and we are to cooking temperature. So I will get started. So, basic principle of your standard 3-dip wash. Dip it in the flour, get it nice and covered, shake off the excess, dip it in the egg wash. The egg wash sticks to the flour, and then the breadcrumbs stick to the egg. Okay, that's your basics. Now we have a few of them ready. By the way, for those of you who aren't familiar with one of these, this is called a spider. Basically, long-handled skimmer thing. Good for getting stuff out of hot oil. So, take your cheese things. See that nice bubbly thing? That's what we want. Careful, hot oil is hot. Don't put them too close together. Kind of like I just did. But I suck. And this doesn't take very long. So, while we're doing that, hang on one second. Through the power of movie magic, we now have a little straining rack and some paper towels to put these on. Meanwhile, while those cook, I will finish these. By the way, someone asked me once, how do you do this without getting a breaded finger as well? And to this day, I have no idea what the answer is, other than use one hand. Keep one hand clean, and one hand for your breading, and understand you will bread your fingers. I'm sure professionals have a way not to bread their fingers. I don't know what it is. So I will leave that to them to comment. Be nice. This is me trying to teach other people. Well, these are coming along nicely. I think I'm going to give them a little flip, because these only need a couple minutes. Hang on one second. I'm going to rinse my hand off, because, as I said, we wind up with fingers. And yeah, you see, this is what I meant by don't let them get too close to each other, because then they start to stick together, and we don't want that. And the cheese is starting to melt, which you can see happening. But that's almost done, so I think I'm going to do up this last one. You will always have stuff left over. Accept it. You can either chuck it in your compost, or the next time if you're making, something else that needs breading or eggs, go for it. But that stuff is always going to be there. It's always going to happen. All right. cheesy goodness out. Put them on the rack too. And yeah, this is messy. If you do a deep fry batter as opposed to a dip batter, which is what I'm doing, then it controls it more, but then you also wind up with more breading. I am all about the cheese, not the breading, so... Well, one of them has spectacularly failed, as you can see right there. But it's the fun of home cooking. Some of it will be perfect, and some of it will be a giant mess. So, you'll notice here that they're kind of hard to see, unlike the ones before. That's because they are still raw. In general, when you're dealing with frying, if something isn't floating at the top, it's not done. Once it starts to float, you're at the flip it over so you can brown it on the other side, and then you're done really quickly. That's the results. And now I'm going to go eat. Talk to you later.